The centre is reassessing the rules of the SoO Pact, suspension of operation with the Kuki insurgent groups in Manipur. SoO has been a point of contention with the Manipur government, urging the centre to suspend the pact as they argue that the Kuki insurgent groups keep violating the pact. It has been reported in a national English newspaper that Home Ministry is reviewing the ground rules for the Kuki-Zo insurgent groups in Manipur, who have been under a suspension of operation agreement with the government since 2008. Among the proposals under consideration reported, as I said, by one of the national newspaper, is the relocation of the SoO camps away from the areas near the valley. Districts predominantly inhabited by Meitei community. Instead, these camps would be moved deeper into the hills. Since August 19, 3 rounds of discussions have been held between representatives of the Kuki-Zo insurgent groups and A.K. Mishra, advisor Northeast to the ministry. Along with Intelligence Bureau officials, these meetings are focused on reviewing and revising the ground rules. And let me tell you, right now, the whole time period of the SoO suspension of operation has ended. It means that they need to be signed, they need to be given a new legal life. The matter was also deliberated on June 17 when Home Minister Amit Shah reviewed the security situation in Manipur with state government officials, though Chief Minister Biren Singh was notably absent. Meitei groups have long advocated for the removal of these camps. Chief Minister Singh has called for the termination of the tripartite agreement, which has been periodically extended over the past 2 decades. On Feb 29, the Manipur government declined to participate in a meeting aimed at extending the SoO Pact with the Kuki-Zo insurgent groups. Now, insurgent groups were part of the 2008 agreements, where their weapons and ammunition are accounted for with regular inspection carried out by monitoring agencies selected by the state government. It is estimated that around 2,200 cadres from the SoO groups reside in 14 designated camps in Manipur's Hill district. Before the outbreak of the violence, Kuki insurgent groups had reached a political settlement with the ministry, agreeing to self-governance model in form of a territorial council for the Kuki-Zo in Manipur after extensive negotiation. However, in the wake of the violence, these groups have revised their demand for call for separate administration. Now, this complicates a lot of things. Because once you have this demand of separate administration and you have free weapons in the valley, and then you have the ground rules being reviewed, it really becomes a tough task for the government of India, because government of India will need to satisfy all of them and positions are very, very tough. Do you think it's a workable solution to move them inside? Because one, it means that the SoO agreements will not be done away with. Second, it means there will be some sort of a relocation. But wouldn't it be like creating some sort of camps in deep jungles? You know, that's not like a permanent.
It would be. But Karthik, if you look at it from the government's point of view, it serves them to a T. Why it serves them to a T is because this has been one of the biggest demand of the Meitei community and the Manipur government, that the SoO agreement has to be abrogated. This stops the government short of abrogating the SoO agreement. And what it also does is that once the camps are pushed deep inside the hill areas, then you know that the fear factor, which is also working on the minds of the Meitei community and all, will also be assuaged a great degree. So I think, if you're looking from the purely from the government point of view or the ministry point of view, I think it's a wise decision, because other than that, the only other decision that needs to be taken is, as we just mentioned, that the Manipur government refused to be part of the meeting which allowed for automatic extension of 2 years for the SoO agreement. Clearly shows that the
but then Biren Singh is pretty clear on this. Biren Singh is pretty clear on this. The Manipur government is pretty clear on this. They want this to go, and a lot of people have said the fact that the guns are not coming back is they understand that in hill areas you have a lot of weapons. But then the point is that these weapons are also accounted for.
No, the weapons are accounted for, but when you have an internecine conflict which has been going on for such a long time, the violence which has been going for more than 14 months now, you also have to listen to the majority community, which is the Meitei community, and the demand of the government is that abrogate it. The government is not abrogating it because it is something which is larger than the interest of the state government. It has also a geopolitical consequence for the state government, because it shares an international border with a country which is in deep turmoil in itself. So the government would not want to exacerbate the situation, but by doing this, you are assuaging the feeling of the Meitei community, as well as kind of sending a message that we are not completely immune to the kind of risk which you are facing.
But then, moving into the deeper areas, does it mean anything?
Well, I think, what it would do is that it would send a message to the Meitei community that, they are not within a striking distance of the fear which, the SoO groups were supposedly to be generating in the mind of the Meitei community. They feel that, if they are deep inside the valley, then, the situation, deep inside the hills, then it would improve security, complications for them like anything.
And the Chief Minister Biren Singh had also, he had a meeting with General Upendra Dwivedi, Chief of Army Staff, along with Lieutenant General R.C. Tiwari, and he also met General Officer Commanding in Chief Lieutenant General Abhijit Pedhenkar and General Officer Commanding 3 Corps Major General Ravroop Singh, Inspector General Assam Rifles, at the Secretariat, and he said, "I deeply appreciate General Dwivedi's visit to Manipur. Deliberated on critical issues concerning the current situation of our state. We reaffirm the cooperation between the state government and the security forces effectively responding to the challenge we face and maintain peace and harmony in the state." I think it's a significant meeting which the Chief Minister of Manipur has had with the army.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you're meeting with the army head, and the fact of the matter also is that this is the second decision which seems to be going in favor of Manipur government. They have been talking about how deeply suspicious they were of couple of battalions of the Assam Rifles, and then the Assam Rifles were replaced with CRPF. I think this is the second decision which has been taken by the centre, which will definitely send a message to a big message of reconciliation to the Meitei community. Though Kuki-Zo community will definitely not be happy with it, as they were, voiced their apprehension with the movement of moving out of Assam Rifle Battalion, and also with this, when the SoO camps will be pushed deep inside the hill area.
But I don't know, if the SoO camps are to be pushed deep inside Manipur, I think there has to be sort of a meeting, because, it's not about these people. These camps are located, there's a local economy, there's an interconnectivity, there are people all around. I think it will require some sort of a larger consensus, but I think it's an important development taking place. I think it's the middle road which the centre is taking, that we will not do away with the SoO agreements, but we will try to relocate them. It's a long road ahead, but it's an important development that has taken place in Manipur.